P.M. Morrison said he's thankful nobody died in Kangaroo Island bushfire that killed 2.
Here's a summary of the article.
Prime Minister Scott Morrison was corrected by locals on Kangaroo Island on Wednesday after telling them he was thankful nobody died. Standing in a group and speaking quietly, Morrison told residents of the fire-ravaged island, "Well, thankfully, we've had no loss of life." Morrison visited Kangaroo Island on Wednesday, where he spoke with business owners and made a plea to the nation's tourists to continue holidaying, and announced a mental health package for bushfire victims. The Prime Minister confirmed Health Minister Greg Hunt was working on a mental health package. Federal Emergency Management Minister David Littleproud and the head of the newly established Bushfire Recovery Agency, Andrew Colvin, are expected to visit Victorian fire-affected communities of Tumut and Sale on Thursday. Mr. Littleproud has indicated he'll announce a bushfire support package for small businesses, including interest-free loans of up to $500,000 that are repayment-free for 2 years. Firefighter organisations have called for a federal royal commission into Australia's bushfires, days after Mr. Morrison said he'd consider one.
This post received a score of 46,034, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
The disconnect with this man is astounding, he just wants to go back to Hawaii.
His body language keeps saying that, yeah. What the fuck am I doing back in this hellhole? Everyone hates me anyway. Ungrateful pricks.
Genuinely surprised no one's yet slapped this fool in person. Slap him then elect trial by jury for the assault charge. I'm sure a jury of your peers would find the person innocent of all charges. Person shrugging light skin tone male sign.
Morrison told residents of the fire-ravaged island, "Well, thankfully, we've had no loss of life." After being corrected, he backtracked saying, "I was thinking about firefighters firstly. The fatalities, a father and son pair had been fighting the fires on the island for at least 2 days." Edit, link of ways to donate on the Australian sub.
That's the mark of the man. Tries to come up with a bullshit excuse rather than admit he might have made a mistake. A shameless dishonest grub.
Yeah, like, just say, "Apologies, I was misinformed." You'll still get heat, but at least you'll be right.
He's the most politically inept politician I've ever heard of. This is the perfect time to put on a sad face and say, "Oh my God, I wasn't informed, that is horrible news. My heart goes out to the family." Boom, instant coverage of you caring. He can't even be a lying sociopath, right?
His empathy coach might help handle it a bit better next time. Person facepalming male sign.
I think I could do a better job as a regular dude than some of these fucking elected officials.
Because you would be focused on doing the job instead of ensuring your career after politics. Once you elect them, they're hard at work earning their consultant spot for large donors instead of doing their damn jobs.
People were ecstatic about canning the police retirement packages. Now, they've practically approved treating their role as elected representatives not as a job, but merely a job interview trial period for the real job they want after their term ends. If you're not a blue blood, don't bother running. Although that doesn't appear to help to Princess Georgie.
Julia Bishop and Christopher Pine both have pensions godfathered in and still went straight into consulting roles. While in theory it should work like that, in reality it was a ridiculous perk.
Not godfathered, grandfathered, but your point still stands.
At what point does someone just pick him up and toss him into the fire?
Does shit burn?
Yes, dry dung is a cheap, although inefficient, fuel source. Probably not better than coal, but that's a risk I'm willing to take.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.